Well, hey everyone, welcome back for more Iwouldcampthat. I'm on a longer solo trip right now. Just finished my third night out. Didn't really record much the first two nights. I was down south visiting an old childhood friend that I just got back in touch with and some of his family. It was really great to see all of you, Cory, Chad, Steve, Dixie, Daryl, anybody that might be watching. It's really great to visit with you folks. So the spot that I'm in right now is a spot that I used to come to quite a bit. I know this has showed up in at least a couple of videos. Just a simple little pull-off entrance to a walking trail. That Autobody over there is new. That was a pleasant surprise last night. And yeah, just a very simple, what you see is what you get, but it's a nice, easy little spot. Rita and I actually used to live in this part of Alberta. The spot's out near the Edmonton area. So when Rita and I lived out here, and we were still pretty early days on truck camping and the channel and everything, this was a pretty common spot for me to come out to if I wanted to just have a night out or, you know, take a simple video or whatever. One cool thing about this place, I know it drives Rita nuts because she likes it to be dead quiet when we're sleeping, but you get to enjoy the CN rail train going by occasionally. Makes for a good wake-up alarm if you actually have to get up at a specific time in the morning. So one cool thing I want to show you folks, huge shout out to Cory's brother Chad for helping us with this. This is awesome. I never thought I'd see such an upgrade to a simple 1x1 stick. So for those of you who have tuned into our channel, you'll likely know that when we're inside the rig, we have the T-locks in this position. So there's a latch going that way. And then of course this one's down, latch going that way, but we also have an extra latch going up. And what we do is we rest the stick on top of the latches so that this way when we're inside and fast asleep, if someone wants to come and try and turn the latch, they won't be able to because the stick prevents them from doing it. The problem we were having with this stick is, as I said before, it's a simple piece of 1x1 wood. So not the strongest piece of wood. And actually on this side over here, this part here was actually completely cracked and coming apart. So there are a lot of different things that we could have done. But when we were visiting with Cory's brother Chad, who I hadn't seen him since he was just a little guy, I just showed him a stick and I was like, you know, do you have any suggestions? Because, you know, we're kind of looking to upgrade or get something different. And Chad's really good with tools, got a really good setup in his garage and really likes to work with his hands. So he took the stick and what he did was he put grooves in it. He put some metallic wire in it, wrapped it around, fed it through here and cut off the ends there just to keep that held together. The part that was cracked, and then he put some metallic resin, really heavy duty tape, and grinded it down for us because when the resin dried, this thing was huge. It almost looked like the end of what you'd expect like a torch to look like from like a Lord of the Rings movie or something. And yeah, he did that on both sides, and then he hollowed out the holes here too. Because when I did them before, you know, I kind of just eyeballed it and then just had to keep putting them on the latches until you know, wear it down until it fit. But now they fit better than ever because he's hollowed them out for us. So really cool thing. The stick, like, obviously I know you're not here to feel it, but it's like rock hard now. It's got lots of support. So instead of having to go ahead and get a new bar for our latches, we can just keep using this one for the time being.
So now we're gonna try and put some of that drywall fiberglass thread on there, like I would with a plastic repair on a automotive vehicle. And we're just gonna give it some fiber strength to go with our resin, our polyester resin that we're gonna put, and then we're just gonna douse those. And yeah, we got some foam here. We'll just stick a little bit of this foam inside those holes. So then we have less sanding and grinding to do once we have that product all cured.
Okay, sounds good. This is the blacksmith at work.
That's right. Yeah. Working on wood. The blacksmith working on wood.
We're starting with wood and then moving to Excalibur.
Yeah. So,
there's dragons to slay. So this will give it like a lot more strength, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Realistically, you got all the wood, we got the wires, the strands are still there. You know what I mean? Like there's enough layers of different going on that it should be nice and tight.
Excellent, thank you.
I wish I had a little bit more build up here.
Oh, I never thought the 1x1 piece of wood would amount to so much, but here we are.
Yeah, nice.
No, I really appreciate that, Chad. That's
not a problem, bro.
Sleep a lot better knowing that thing's better than it was. I'm gonna have a link to a couple of Chad's Instagram socials. He's got some reels where he's worked on creating some things. He created like I think it was made of aluminum. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, if you're watching. Like a little sword for one of his nephews. And he's also got some cool like artistic stuff. Like there's one Instagram, Clouds Through My Eyes, I think is what it's called. I'll have it linked in the video description, where he like draws like really pristine looking art over clouds. So be sure to check out his socials, and hopefully Chad and Cory will appear on the channel again. So my first night on the road was spent in a gas station parking lot in a little town called Nanton, just south of Calgary, right next to a Flying J convenience store, which is a very big stop for like truckers and stuff. There's always something going on there at all hours of the night, whether it's somebody pulling in to fuel up or sleep or take a break or whatever. So they're pretty used to people just sleeping there. So I just found a nice little corner and had a good little sleep. All the noise of the trucks coming and going, I know that would have driven Rita nuts with all the noise, but I didn't mind it. I like a little white noise, and I've always liked, being on the highway and stuff, so I found it oddly comforting. And then the second night, the second day was when I went and visited my buddy Cory. We saw Chad. He did that work on our stick for the back. And that was a really great time. Cory and I were out of touch for so many years. Got to meet Cory's cousin, Steve. Steve and I were looking at each other and we're like, have we met? We probably met when we were kids. We probably played together. We probably beat each other up. Yeah, okay, we probably met. Neither of us remember, but we're just going to go with the fact that we met when we were kids. So, yeah, so we just hung out, got to see Cory's parents. Hadn't seen them in a long time, so it was great to catch up with them a bit. And then we went out into the farmer's field because Cory's folks own a really nice farm that I spent so much time on when I was a kid. So going out there, it's just like a huge nostalgic balm in my heart. And I mean that in the best way. But we went out into the field. They have a nice fire pit by the barn, and we just had a fire, stayed up till like 3 a.m. And I just parked the truck out in the field and slept under the stars. It was great. So yeah, like I said, other than Chad working on the stick back there, didn't do a lot of recording, took some pictures, just kind of wanted to ease into things, focus more on the visit, just because recording does take up quite a bit of time and such. So with the changes to the stick and the fact that it's a little beefier than it was before, we just gotta make sure that it still functions as it's supposed to, because it is a bit of a tight squeeze. There we go. Oh, that goes on nice and smooth. Now let's do this side. Beauty. Yeah, with the way that Chad hollowed those out, because I used to kind of have to fight a little bit to get this on. It just goes on nice and smooth now. Awesome. Well, once again, Chad and Cory, if you're watching, thank you so much for all your help with that. Really appreciate it. Glad to see that we'll still get to have some use out of this stick for our camp security purposes. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you all in the next video.